Thank you for tuning in to Real Talk 101, the Blacks Gangsters channel. Man, boy, they really after Trump. As the elections get closer, everybody gunning at Trump. And these black Congressional Caucus people across the board, they worrying about Trump. They worrying about this Confederate flag shit. And like, okay, we had Obama in office for 8 years. All this killing by the cops was going on. Where were they? Why they didn't come out and speak? So now you see them on the news. They're talking about how racist Trump is. Big deal. This is nothing new for us to know. Like, they putting all their effort and their energy to do this, but they neglecting us. Like, if you had all that energy when Obama was in office, maybe things could have got done with us. And this is the foolishness that our people, under the mark of the beast, this is how they carry on. This is how they act. Worrying about him going over here to commit it to whatever he's doing over there to the, whatever that shit is. Like, who cares? We got other issues going on, and they worrying about this man going over there. You worrying about this? Like, that doesn't remove. So what? You move a flag. So what? You move a statue of a man who was racist or whatever you want to call it. So what? What is that gonna do? That's not gonna change the heart of people. It's not gonna change anything with them. So why are they going out of their way with this racist or he rate all this bullshit? These Negroes, man, it's just pathetic. Pathetic to have these jokers doing this here. Like, that's gonna change anything. That's not gonna change nothing. You can tell them to pull that junk down. You make a law. Like, you will write a law and pass a bill or whatever it may be to have that thing removed. For what? So if you can have the power to remove that or get that, try to be removed, or whatever you're trying to do, or whatever they're trying to do, it's contents of what I'm speaking. They can do the same thing to help adjust some things that's going on with us in our communities that we need. This is the vomit that's in positions of power over the people, being that they look like the same people. And it's just heartbroken to me to see these clowns worry about this. And Mr. Clayface, in case you ever know who Clayface is, that's the character on Batman who Batman always was fighting. He's this clay guy or whatever. That's who Elijah remind me of. So I call him Clayface. He's worrying about Trump tweets about racist state. You want to move? Like, who cares about that stuff? Black America don't care about that. Why are they caring about it for? Oh my gosh. I don't know what kind of dynamic spirit they under or whatever, but which I know, but I'm just speaking that way. It's crazy, man. Had Obama in office for 8 years. These niggas couldn't get nothing done. You got Trump in. Like, what's the holdup? Like, heck, how can these people get in office and pass bills and shit like that? And you had president, supposedly black president. I say supposedly black president, and you couldn't get nothing done. Like, help me understand that. Like, this is crazy. And like the video I had put out with Danny Glover and that clown Cornel West. Like, these Negroes, man, I don't know. Like, they're gone. They're gone. Hearing them trying to talk to people. We got a monster and a beast in the warehouse. We got a monster and a beast living in the United States. And we live right by them sometimes. If I had a big mouth and everybody heard me in the air, I would cuss them out. And tell them niggas, y'all niggas need to straighten up. Forget Trump. Here, take these over here, get these bills done. Write out these bills, write out these demands that you could be doing this stuff, punks. Seriously, man. And see, I don't, you know, a lot of my videos, I don't think I talk about the white race as much. Because, like I said before, you know, we got people already over there doing that. I don't need to fall into that. I don't want to lose focus on some of these Negroes who are half the mark of the beast and they being and acting the same way. So we got to call them out. We got to snatch the cover off them so we can see who they are. And like Christ said, you are your father the devil, and these you will do. Who is their daddy? You know the white man, their daddy. That's why they doing the same thing he does. They got the mark of the beast. Trying to make it like they worried about Trump. Somebody going over there to remove the damn whatever that is they got going on over there. I'm gonna show the video. And you guys, you be the judge of that, how ridiculous it sounds. Like we need help and they worrying about this man, about removing this and that. That don't even matter to us in general. Only thing that matter, the only people that matter to are busters and coons. That's it. Down here on the bottom here, we don't care nothing about that because we face that all the time. We already know what it is. And as you watch the video, ladies, if any, even men, don't let your son grow up to talk like this guy who you're going to see talking. Like, I don't know what the hell is that. This is what I'm saying. Like, this, I don't know. It evolves people into these busters. I don't know what kind of freak of nature this is. They say, well, ain't nothing wrong about he talking. Yeah, it don't. But it just sounds weird. Don't have your sons talking like that. It's Real Talk 101. Roll the footage.
President Trump goes to Virginia this morning to celebrate an important moment for the state's first colonial settlers. The trip is being overshadowed by his ongoing criticism of Democratic Congressman Elijah Cummings, where race has been invoked. Errol Barnett is in Williamsburg, Virginia, ahead of the president's visit. Errol, how are local lawmakers responding to the feud?
Well, Anthony, with some resistance, Virginia's Black Caucus is boycotting the president's speech today for what they call his racist rhetoric and attacks on black lawmakers. All of it, they believe, makes him ill-suited to commemorate this historic moment. Meanwhile, the president met on Monday with the group he described as inner-city pastors, which included the niece of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
The president is concerned about the whole nation.
Evangelist Alveda King was among a group of pastors invited to meet behind closed doors with President Trump at the White House Monday. King, like fellow attendee Reverend Bill Owens, are vocal supporters of the president and defended the meeting.
It was 2 hours of discussion. That's not a photo op.
For several weeks, President Trump has increased attacks on congressional people of color who've been critical of him, calling Congressman Elijah Cummings racist and tweeting that 4 female Democrats should go back to the, quote, crime-infested places from which they came. On Monday, President Trump called the Reverend Al Sharpton a con man who, quote, hates whites and cops.
If he really thought I was a con man, he'd be nominating me for his cabinet.
Sharpton criticized the president for his attacks on Cummings and his district, which includes Baltimore.
But he has a particular venom for blacks and people of color.
The event today in Virginia takes place 400 years since the first legislative assembly set the foundation for American democracy. Kathy Spangler is overseeing the commemoration. Some black lawmakers are boycotting parts of the commemorative event because it includes President Trump.
The reality is, this is our democracy. And we invite all Americans to be part of the conversation and the struggle and the challenge of that conversation that's more authentic and genuine. That's what we need.
Now, organizers wanted today's event to be a message about American unity, but underscoring just how divisive the president's rhetoric is, the state's black lawmakers will hold a separate commemorative event this morning at the same time in a completely different location. Michelle?
Unity clearly needed in this nation. Earl, thank you.